The top 50 cities to live in, town by town. We're going to start off where we left off last time in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. All right, so let's dive into this. Oklahoma City. Ooh, looks pretty flat to me, my friends. Look at that. That's just tornadoes. Ooh, scary. 1.3 million, that's it. That's all the people that live in that metropolitan area. Metropolitan area is 1.3 million. I would have thought it'd been more. I mean, they got an NBA team. That seems small to me. I'm surprised by that. All right. Share of population over 65 is 12.5 or 12.7%. 15% cost of living below the national average. Average income is right about $50,000. And Oklahoma, they say it's not tax friendly. This Kiplinger's. The biggest city in the Sooner State charges residents little in terms of living costs. Housing-related expenses are particularly affordable at 27% below average. That's nuts. The median home value in OK City is $142, whereas the nation's average is $184. A private nursing home is about $72,000 a year, where the median is about $97,000, according to Genworth, an insurance company. Cowboys may feel particularly at home in Oklahoma City as it has one of the largest livestock markets in the world. Bet you get some serious good beef there, right? But given the area's downtown revitalization effort, everyone can find something to enjoy. The Bricktown Entertainment District has a wide variety of restaurants and nightlife. And in neighboring Norman, the University of Oklahoma plays host of big-time sporting and culture events, right? Well, that's all right. Oregon. Portland, I look, man. The simple facts are that what's going on in Portland right now is nuts. The fascists have taken over. If you follow this anything with this Antifa mob of just tyrants, it's I don't get why the governor, I guess the governor. I know he's lefty too, but I don't get why the mayor doesn't say, look, you can't. If you haven't followed it, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's crazy what a band of 100 people will do when not met with any resistance. And I just don't understand why the mayor, even though he's a lefty, allows that to happen. It's just weird to me. They beat down this gay Asian journalist because he didn't toe the company line. I mean, it literally beat him down, gave him brain hemorrhaging, the whole thing, and yet no one cares. It's bad there in Portland. And it's scary because at some point, resistance has to be met because these guys are just acting insane. And you can't have this hooded terrorist in the U.S. I thought we got rid of that when we got rid of the Klan. You can't have hooded terrorism. Anyway, let's read why Kiplinger says it's number one. I don't believe that at all. I've never even been to Oregon. I'm just telling you right now. Not for old Josh. He'll never see me there. And we don't watch you there anyway. Hell, I don't want you there. I don't want to be there either. Not only that, just a housing crisis, nuts. And well, there we go. Cost of living, 29% above the national average. 2.5 people live there, and share of population 65 is 13%. Average income for households over 65 is $53,000. It's such a great place to retire, Portland is, that it rises above the high cost of living and the Beaver State's unfriendly tax situation of levying one of the highest top state income tax rates in the U.S. An original participant in the WHO Global Age-Friendly Cities Project, Portland is committed to satisfying the needs of its older residents. No, they're not. Did you not see Antifa mob beat down this old guy because he had an American flag, even though he's a Bernie Sanders supporter? In the early stages of his action plan, the Age-Friendly Portland Advisory Council, good night, with members of ARP Oregon, I just can't take it. It's too much of nonprofits in there. And you can already enjoy the pedestrian-friendly restaurants, such as the popular Pearl District, public transit system, which costs only $1 a ride for those ages 65 and older, and a bunch of other things. It's got the word eclectic in here, and I didn't see it. What do you know? All right, so Pittsburgh. Now, I do like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is, I'm a fan of it. Just a little bit too cold. Population about 2.4 million. Share, that's weird because Oklahoma City is less, but half of that has an NBA team. Pittsburgh has a hockey team, but no NBA team. It's just odd to me. Columbus has a bigger population than Oklahoma City. It's just all about the stadiums, my friends. If the government pays for the stadiums, there can be an owner that wants to is corporatism, corporate welfare is all there is to it. That's what happened to Oklahoma City. They built the stadium, I'm sure, on taxpayer dollars, and the NBA follows suit. Population 2.4 million. The share of population 65 and above is 18.4%. And it's right at the national average for cost of living. Average income for households 65 and older is about $48,000. PA is most tax friendly according to the good folks at Kiplinger. Steel City is good for retirees. Overall living costs are on par with the national average, and the median home value is just $100,000. Nuts. The median home value in the whole Commonwealth of PA is $167,000. Man, that's interesting. Keystone State offers nice tax breaks for retirees. Social Security benefits and most other retirement income are not subject to state taxes. Wonderful. Despite being light on cost, Pittsburgh is still heavy on attractions. Just lots going on in Pittsburgh, man. There's just no other. I mean, tons of universities, tons of hospitals. Obviously, they got the Penguins, the Pirates, the Steelers. I'm sure there's a minor league. I don't know what that basketball. I don't know, but anyway, it's a lot going on. There's if you ever get a chance, go up to Hershey. Hershey's about, I guess, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours east of Pittsburgh, and about an hour and a half west of Philly. Oh man, go up to Hershey in the Christmas time, Hershey Park. Oh, we love it. All right, let's keep going. Kingston Road. Whoa. Okay, go to Kingston and stay for the blizzard, I guess. That's a weird picture. Right? I never heard of Kingston, Rhode Island. Let's check it out. Oh, it's only got 7,000 people there. Cost of living is 36% above the national average. Yikes. It's not tax-friendly for retirees, stated Rhode Island, that's for sure. Tiny Rhode Island packs in big living costs, and the village of Kingston is particularly pricey. But if you can afford it, the median household income for all ages, $76,000, the location may be worthwhile. It offers easy access to some all but private beaches, and with its own Amtrak station, the train ride to Boston and even New York is relatively quick. That's cool. There's also high-speed boat service to Martha's Vineyard. That's what I'm talking about. We call it boat. If you're born and raised on an island, you call it a boat, not a ferry. I imagine that's most islands, but I don't know that to be true. Just Peaks Island is what we called it, a boat. You always knew who was an outsider because they called it a ferry. Nah, go back to Massachusetts. That's what we say, but we say it differently than Massachusetts. Go back to We won't say anything more. And in town, the University of Rhode Island injects youth and vibrancy, all the amenities that typically follow the university. Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, yeah, pretty. I like Charleston. Everyone likes Charleston. About 725,000. Share of population, I'm surprised, is low, of 65. I thought it would have been bigger. It's 13.3%. Cost of living is just a little bit above national average, and 53,000 is basically the average income for households over 65. Southern charm, a rich history, city living, and nearby beaches. Yeah, combined to make Charleston a uniquely attractive destination. Too muggy for me, though, man. That's all there is to it. Lots of Civil War stuff. Just tons going on in Charleston. Foodies can find plenty to enjoy on Charleston's cobblestone streets, especially in the brunch and comfort food areas. The population of the city proper is a manageable 134. Yeah, there's tons going on in Charleston. It's such a great town. At least I've been there twice, and I loved it. It was a long, long time ago, but I know tons of people who love it there, too. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. See, I heard Sioux Falls was not nearly as attractive as Rapid City, but I don't know. 250,000 Sioux Falls. Share of population of over 65 is only 12.2%. Cost of living is 7% below the national average, and the average income for households 65 plus is only $45,000. South Dakota is quite tax friendly because, if our memory serves, they don't have a state income tax. If you've never considered moving to South Dakota, perhaps you should. We recently ranked it the best state for retirement, and Sioux Falls is a particularly great spot to settle. It's filled with advantages, including a booming economy, low unemployment, hospitals specializing in geriatric services. For all these reasons, plus the city's recreational activities, the Milken Institute dubbed Sioux Falls the fifth best small metro area for successful aging. And all that comes pretty cheap. Along with low overall costs in Sioux Falls, the median home is about $165. The median home for the state of South Dakota as a whole is only $146. I don't know what's wrong with that. Nashville, Tennessee. There we go. I just see something that says ribs. Oh, yeah. Oh. About $2 million in Nashville, and the NHL team, no NBA team. Again, that's an interesting thing. Share of population over 65 is 12%. Cost of living is about 7.9% below the national average, and average income is about $56,000 if you're 65 and above. Tennessee is quite tax-friendly. We rank Tennessee as the 5th best in the nation for retirement. It's a good choice for retiree nest eggs of all sizes. Yep. On top is tax-friendly status. Most parts of Tennessee have below average living costs across the board for retirees. Absolutely. And Music City couples low costs with above average income, giving you a good shot at harmonious budget. Nashville's vibrant music scene is, of course, a big draw with more than 180 venues, including a historic Grand Ole Opry and free performances every day of the year. But you can enjoy the abundance of dining and other options as well. Nashville is actually trying to become more cosmopolitan, which is too bad because they're going to definitely lose their southern charm, I imagine. And I do know that country music is coming out of Nashville now. Oh, that pop country, it is bad. I just, horrible. Wasn't Taylor Swift like a country person at one point? Austin, you gotta be kidding me. Austin, Texas. Why would they put Austin? Of all the places in Texas, they're putting Austin. That's stupid. 2 million people in Austin. Share of population above 65 is less than 10%. Cost of living there is 7.7% below the national average. Look, my friends, Austin's a freaking nightmare. I mean, my goodness, trying to get around. Traffic is insane there. And it's trying to be the Texas version of Portland, Oregon, too. It's just not. I mean, you can move there. I don't care. I'm just saying, for me, of all the places in Texas to choose Austin, that's just too cliched. No way, man. I mean, look at Fredericksburg, Texas. Oh, Fredericksburg, Texas is awesome for sure. Comfort, Texas. Oh. Anyway, let's just keep going down here. The average income for a household is about $63,000 in Austin. There is that Georgetown, Texas is booming for retirees. I guess that would be considered the Austin metropolitan area. There's nothing weird about wanting to retire in Austin. They sure keep Austin weird, and they're not. It's just so hipsterish. You're just like, man, can you? When I lived in Texas, keep Austin weird. You're like, it's just trying so hard. The metro area offers low living costs, even while its older residents tend to bring in well above average incomes. The population has the opportunity to be just as healthy as their budgets. They just pass them on Austin. That was nuts. That I forgot what it was, but it was bad, and it wasn't like it was. You could sleep. Was that in Austin where you could sleep anywhere you wanted in like any kind of place? Yeah, it was Austin. You could sleep literally. You could set up a tent literally anywhere in Austin you wanted, and literally live there if you wanted, anywhere except for the city town hall, anywhere you wanted to go. Well, you couldn't do it in parks and you couldn't do it in the city town hall, but you could do it anywhere you want, under a bridge, anywhere on a city street. You could do it anywhere you want. It's like, dude, what are you doing? The area also has an abundance of healthcare facilities with more than 29 establishments per 1,000 seniors in the metro area. That includes St. David's South Austin Medical Center with specialties including women's health, heart and vascular, and oncology. The Milken Institute credits the Austin metro area's sterling healthcare system and health-minded population as one reason it ranks at 6th among the best large cities for successful aging. It was Provo, Utah. Isn't that where BYU is? That's pretty. Never been there. Population about 575. Man, share of population over 65 is only 7.2%. Wow. Cost of living is about 2% below the national average, and average income is about $59,000. Utah is not very tax-friendly, that's for sure. The Beehive State, 10th in our 2018 rankings for the best states for retirement, is a sweet spot for active retirees. And Provo, with mountain peaks within the city limits and Utah Lake on its doorstep, is particularly buzzworthy. Brigham Young University offers intellectual stimulation to complement the physical activity. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Interesting. Another feather in his cap, the Milken Institute rates it as the best large city for successful aging, noting the area's vibrant economy and safety, as well as the population's healthy lifestyles and high levels of volunteering among older adults. Wonder why? It also has an abundance of healthcare facilities, more than 33 establishments per 1,000, which is the nation as a whole is only 19. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, see, I mean, that's the thing. All those Mormons I've ever met have always been friendly, always smiling, man. You want to bring people to your religion, just be friendly like the Mormons. Smile away. Just they're looking like they're living. I know a lot of them for sure, and I just got nothing but respect. And they volunteer, they tithe, they give, and just good group of people for sure. Don't drink, don't smoke. I think my buddy doesn't drink coffee, if memory serves. Burlington, Vermont. Isn't that where Bernie Sanders' wife basically bankrupted that school? There was a university out there that she lied on a debt to borrow to build to buy some land from the Catholic Church, and she lied on the application. I think that's going through the law right now. And I think it was Burlington, some school up there when Bernie was a mayor. 216,000. The population over 65 is 13%. It costs 20% above the national average. And the average income is about 51,000. Vermont, not very tax friendly. The small mountain city on the shores of Lake Champlain is a picturesque setting for tree hugging retirees. Outdoor recreation is plentiful with miles of hiking and biking paths, nearby beaches where you can swim. That's pretty cool. In the warmer months, which is 2 weeks, and numerous skiing options in the area. An eco-friendly vibe permeates the town, from the businesses bolstering the city's economy, such as household product makers, seventh generation, to the local food movement feeding the neighborhood. But being green isn't easy on your wallet. Taxes and living costs are high. And I can imagine if they're trying to be so green with the cost of the utility bills. Don't forget, you're not heating your house with solar panels. I'm sorry, you're not. You're not heating your house with wind turbines. You're not. You're heating your house with good old-fashioned fossil fuels. Or if you want to do renewables, wood, because wood is renewable. A private room in a metro nursing home costs, the median home value is $218 in the Green Mountain State. $265 in Burlington. Whoa. The University of Vermont will cover tuition costs for state residents age 65 and older. That's pretty cool. Leave this for credit. I like that. Oh, Lynchburg, Virginia. I don't know, man. That's of all the places, Virginia. No. I mean, Lynchburg might be different. I've been there 25 years, so maybe it's different now. But I doubt that. But anyway, 258 is the population. 17.4% is the share of the population above 65. 10.6% below the national average for cost of living, and the average income is only $39,000. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. You can retire on Social Security. Take a hike, really. Retiring in the city of Seven Hills, nestled along the Blue Ridge Mountains and overlooking the James River. Outdoorsy types can hike and jog and do more than 18 miles of urban trails. That's pretty cool. If that's not enough activity, Smith Mountain Lake is nearby. Yeah, Wintergreen Ski Resort and Appalachian Trail are all within an hour's drive. It's no wonder residents awarded some top marks in the country for community well-being. Yeah, I agree with all that. Reporting high feelings of safety and community pride. Low living costs are attractive in general, but in particular as you age. Yeah, man, I agree with that. That's interesting. Okay, I have to revisit Lynchburg. I just remember did we go to a baseball game or something like that? I've gone through there a million times back in the day, and didn't do that much for me. But who knows? Kennewick, Washington. Now, where is that? I see some lakes up there, some mountains. Not much. Looks kind of flat, but I do see some green. I see some lakes. So let's see where this is. Population 275,000. Share population above 65 is 11%, and cost of living is 3% below the national average. 57,000 is the average income for households 65 and above. Washington is quite tax friendly, just because they have no state income tax. They do hit you otherwise. But the metro area includes Richland and Pasco. I don't know where that is. All dubbed Tri-Cities of Washington State, and all qualifying as great retirement destinations. Low cost of living is particularly attractive thanks to the above average incomes among retirement age residents. 57,000. There you go. Cost of living is 3% below national, which is actually cheaper than Pittsburgh. Crazy. Whether you're partial to exploring the great outdoors or focusing on wine country, you have plenty of options. You don't even need to have to choose one or the other. You can do both. You can do boating and fishing. There are also more than 200 wineries within a 50-mile radius offering beautiful views and many wines to sample. Man, that's fantastic. I might have to look in old Tri-Cities, Washington. Don't know a thing about it, but look at that. Morgantown, West Virginia. Yeah, that's more like it right there. I could look at that all day long. Mountains or the water? I can't tell. I think just the smell of the salt water, man. The seaweed, those seagulls, the buoys, the foghorns. Once you get that in your blood, it's hard to go away from it. Just the smell of the salt water, especially on a nice summer day when you got your windows open, that breeze going through. Man, it's heavenly. Population 136 is 4.5% below the national average, cost of living wise. Only 12.5% above 65 people. So that's definitely more younger in Morgan. Now, of course, the school's there, but still, that's interesting. Household incomes, $52,000. Wow. West Virginia is not very tax friendly. And of course, West Virginia offers a number of benefits to retirees in Morgantown. You can take courses at a discount. There you go. If you're 50 or older, your old buddy Josh, next year, you can join the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. I have to look into that. To be a member for a year costs you all of $100. That might be something interesting. They have the Eye Institute, Heart Institute, Ruby Memorial Hospital. Milken Institute actually credits the area's large pool of doctors, orthopedic surgeons, and excellent nurses for contributing to Morgantown's high ranking among small metro areas. Healthcare is about 8.5% below the national averages. All right. Madison, Wisconsin, all these college towns, 634,000. 12.8% is the share of population above 65. A little bit higher than the national average, 7.6%, and the average income is about $48,000 there. Of course, another university town. University of Wisconsin and Madison has strong economic base to support a thriving retirement. That's what makes it the second best city for successful aging among 100 large metro areas, according to the Milken Institute. Other winning attributes: an abundance of quality health care, academic and other opportunities afforded by the university, with plenty of museums. But it's expensive to live there. Housing and health-related costs are 9.4% and 22% above average. Woo! And lastly, Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't know, man. I went to Cheyenne once. I didn't like that at all. Again, that was 25 years ago. I haven't been since. I don't know what it's like now, but that didn't do anything. I was disappointed. I thought Cheyenne was gonna be awesome. I just like, that's it. 60. It wasn't because it was small. It was just as boring. I mean, not just boring, but it's just like I was like, it didn't. The downtown was minimal. Didn't have much going on, that's for sure. But of course, that was the early '90s, so things probably have changed. 63,000 people. 14.1% is 65 and above. Right about the national average for income, cost of living. Excuse me, and the income is about 46,000. Wyoming is probably the best state to tax-wise for retiree. Loner type should love the cowboy state as a population of less than $580,000. That's just 6 people per square mile. Man, that's nuts. Where Rhode Island has 1,000 people per square mile. Even the capital city is relatively small with just 63,000 people. The lack of crowds doesn't leave you lack of activities. With plenty of outdoor diversions, miles of hiking, biking, horseback riding, fishing, the whole thing. Trained aficionados can enjoy the area's railroad history and displays of locomotives, including the world's largest steam engine. Another big attraction, every summer since 1897, Cheyenne hosts the largest outdoor rodeo and Western celebration, Frontier Day, now a 10-day event. That's cool. Well, that wraps up our top 50, man. That was pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to hear your comments. Looking at retirement, where are you looking at? Any comments on what you think we missed here? Because I'm just going off Clippingers and giving you my little 2 cents as well. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what it says. So don't forget to comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks now.